classrooms to the head teacher and asked the school authorities to use the classrooms judiciously.
Member of Parliament's for Menchum South constituency has offered didactic materials to pupils and students to help or ensure the smooth running of the 2020-2021 academic year, given that these students and pupils have been out of school for some time now due to the socio-political and health crisis in the country. The exercise was supervised by the SDO for Menchum, Abdullahi Aliu. Charles Kebwa reports from Bamenda.
The Member of Parliament for Menchum South, Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa, has offered didactic materials to pupils and students in his constituency as gesture to boost education in the Menchum South constituency of the Northwest region. The exercise, supervised by Menchum's SDO Abdullahi Aliu, handing over the didactic materials to both secondary and primary education family that comprise of 14,800 exercise books, 288 mathematics sets, 4,000 pens, and 1,600 rulers, said he was impressed with the MP's gesture enhancing education in his constituency and the division.
We are happy to receive all these didactic materials for the Member of Parliament, Honorable Walang, for Menchum South, who did great effort for all our students, both primary and secondary. We are sure that nobody will say that he will not have a book according to what we witnessed here today. So we are very glad of what we receive, and we hope that all the students, both primary and secondary, will be encouraged to continue to go to school every day from Monday to Friday.
Officials of the basic and secondary education who received the didactic materials to be distributed to pupils and students already in classroom, acknowledging Honorable Walang's offer, said they are optimistic none of the pupils and students will go without books, as it will help parents mindful of the difficulties faced in buying books for their children as the Back to School 2020-2021 is effective in the division.
We're so happy. We are so elated. We feel honored with this wonderful gesture executed by the Member of Parliament for Menchum South, Honorable Walang Richard Ebo. You know, he has been doing this in time past, and now he is there to do it again. It's his own way of promoting school going in Menchum South. You must understand that students and people who have been to school for quite a long time, I think it's going to act as an impetus, as a motivating factor for them to go to school. So we are so happy about what he has done. I want to thank him sincerely for this wonderful gesture.
Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa's gesture, offering books to enhance education in Menchum South constituency, has been welcomed by parents and the entire population of the division.
Away from that, a live crocodile has been captured by forest guards in the far north region of the country. It was found in a compound, according to reports, ready to attack. The timely intervention of the forest guards restored peace and calm to the neighborhood, which was already tense at the time of the discovery. Nora Kakebi completes the story.
Population of Kankaro in Garoua in the north region of Cameroon have expressed satisfaction after a live crocodile which was found in a neighborhood in that locality was finally captured. The reptile certainly caused quite a huge scare in the locality as it poses a threat to the local population. This little boy recounts how he was about taking his bath and suddenly saw something, but he wasn't sure what it was. Out of fear, therefore, he ran away into the house for safety and to alert others of what he thought he saw. Fortunately enough, the forest guards were alerted, and their timely intervention gave the population some degree of satisfaction and a sigh of relief as they tactfully and skillfully captured the 2 meters long crocodile. No one was hurt in the process. The forest guards explained that the reptile cannot be kept in a zoo with other crocodiles because of its untamed nature, which can be dangerous to other crocodiles' security. It will consequently be kept separately until it is tamed and can accommodate other crocodiles. According to the forest guards, the heavy floods in the north region and other parts in the country during the wet season has caused the crocodiles to leave their natural habitat, and this accounts why crocodiles can be seen around easily. The residents of Kankaro saw the captured crocodile being driven off their midst, and this was just enough reason for their jubilation as their safety is guaranteed.
We now revisit the incidents that transpired yesterday between a lady and a senator in Kribi. Senator BrigadeAntiSardinard was on a visit to the market, according to reports, to reinforce order or ensure that the fight against urban disorder is heightened when he got into a confrontation with a business lady. These, however, halted activities in the market for some couple of hours, as our reporter Audrey Zatsa tells us in the following report.
The unusual scene shaking the web since yesterday took place at the market square in Kribi, where the woman, commonly called Mami Ice Cream, slapped CPDM Senator BrigadeAntiSardinard, who had raided the marketplace with the aim of implementing his renovation plan of the said market against urban disorder. According to sources, faced with the reluctance of the traders and unable to control his anger, the senator damaged Mami Ice Cream's machine and slapped her. Furious, Mami Ice Cream retorted by slapping back. The senator ordered for her immediate arrest but could not leave with her because the population had barricaded the way. The gendarmes then released her after a brief demonstration by traders. Report has it that the senator had earlier asked the people to liberate the market and go home, but they had refused, advancing reasons that selling is their only source of income.
In anticipation for a 3-day Pan-African Conference and Cultural Festival scheduled to run from the 9th to the 11th of December 2020, members of the organization United Africa for Economic Empowerment have begun brainstorming in prelude to the event. Our reporter, Dolly Ngunde, attended the first extraordinary meeting. She completes the following story.
Since the era of colonization and its post, many Pan-Africans, in the likes of Professor Lumumba, amongst others, believe that the African continent has lost its core values and heritage over time due to the introduction of Western ideologies. It is within this wake and many more that members of the organization United Africa for Economic Empowerment have begun holding talks in prelude to the first edition of a 3-day Pan-African Conference and Cultural Festival scheduled to take place from the 9th through the 11th of December 2020 here in Douala at the DK Hotel. With the aim of promoting the entrepreneurial and economic benefit of the African culture, the President General of UNAFI further talks about the highly anticipated conference.
On the 9th and the 10th is a conference. Then on the 11th, it's going to be a display of African culture, not only Cameroon, because some people might be thinking it's just a Cameroon issue.
On his part, Dr. Nick, a social entrepreneur, says one reason Africa is plagued with so many socio-political and economic disorder is as a result of Western imperialism and dependence.
Africa has had the so-called political independence, but there's no economic independence. And I guess when we look behind the screen, we think that if Africa could get this economic independence, that's what will be able to stop all these wars and violence in Cameroon, Nigeria, and all the other countries.
While talking about the United Africa for Economic Empowerment, the regional president for the Central African states for the organization says there is a difference between this movement and racism.
This is general racism. Racism is like fighting against color. But here we are trying to restore. It's not a fight, it's a restoring.
With Africa's green revolution and economic emergence being their primordial goal, the general president for UNAFI further elucidates.
If Africans stay back home with what we have here, not just the raw material, we develop the technology like I was talking about. We are struggling to industrialize the agricultural industry in Africa.
And as main speaker to the Prelude Conference, Dr. Nick Ngwanyam says participation is open to all.
So we are inviting anyone who has been wishing to grow and not growing to come to this conference, and after this conference don't grow, then something is wrong.
And with the long-standing debate on if Africa is politically independent, the organization believes through this conference, Mother Africa will be restored for good.
On our health page today, we talk family planning. Family planning is the ability of individuals and couples to anticipate and attain their desired number of children. The spacing and timing of their births. According to data from the United States Agency for International Development, family planning is key to unlocking all the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030 if governments see it way beyond a woman's health. Details with our health reporter, Bokengo Kemia Worthy.
Across the globe, more than 250 million women of reproductive age are unable to prevent or avoid unwanted pregnancy due to the lack of usage of modern contraceptive methods as well as family planning.
Le planning familial est important sur 3 points. Important pour la femme en âge de procréer, important pour le couple et important dans la société. Familial permet également à la femme de laisser un temps de repos à son organisme après un accouchement et que les enfants soient nombreux à la maison sans éducation. Ils vont pouvoir participer à l'épanouissement et à l'éducation de leurs enfants à travers le planning familial. Ainsi que dans la société, un enfant qui ne fréquente pas, une personne qui ne travaille pas est une charge pour l'humanité. Moins il y a de gens qui vont errer dans la rue, mieux ce sera pour la société.
Though the long and short-term benefits of family planning are enormous, which includes a reduction in abortion, especially unsafe abortion, prevents closely spaced and ill-timed pregnancy and birth, contributes to some of the world's highest mortality rates and more, many women still don't take these as an option for many reasons.
Très souvent, il y a les femmes qu'elles ne connaissent pas, elles ne savent même pas que ça existe. Généralement, les femmes qui n'ont pas fréquenté, les femmes qui sont toujours chez elles, les femmes qui travaillent trop. Maintenant, pour celles qui savent, il y a les femmes qu'elles ont entendu parler et les effets secondaires les ont freinés. Comme peut-être, il y a les méthodes comme la méthode de l'implant qui fait saigner. Ça fait beaucoup saigner. Et il y a chez les femmes que ça fait, tu ne saignes même pas du tout. Ça peut faire prendre le poids aux femmes. Donc, ce sont les effets secondaires. Elles ont peur des effets secondaires et elles ne pratiquent pas le planning familial.
It should be borne in mind that family planning is a low-cost health solution to transforming a country's economy, strengthening economic growth and global competitiveness, as well as communities.
Et je viens ici vous interpeller vivement de pratiquer le planning familial car il vous évite des avortements non désirés. Aussi pour certaines femmes qui accouchent de manière répétée, le planning familial vous aidera à mieux séparer vos temps de grossesse. Aussi, il est très important de manière à éviter le taux d'avortement au Cameroun.
Family planning transforms.
Out of the country, over 12 people have been confirmed dead by Amnesty International and several others injured in Nigeria after the calls to end police brutality went violent recently. For over 2 weeks now, Nigerians have been on the streets decrying police brutality, protesting against the infamous Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SAS, demanding better reforms and better living conditions for all citizens of the country. Von Quinta reports.
My laptop is not
The end-SARS protest in Nigeria has taken a violent twist, with over 12 deaths registered and several Nigerians injured, according to reports by Amnesty International. For over 2 weeks, thousands of Nigerians have taken to the streets, protesting against the infamous Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS, a police unit accused of committing human rights violations, including torture, extrajudicial killings, theft, and abuse. The disbanded Anti-Special Robbery Squad is a police unit founded to address violent crimes like armed robbery and kidnapping in Nigeria, though in recent times their activities became abusive, leading to the mass protest in and out of the country. As the protests continue to gain steam, protesters around the world have adopted the hashtag #EndSARS and police brutality, calling for a reform of the police force, with Nigerian celebrities in cities across the world, including London, Toronto, New York, amongst others, joining their voices through street protest. After days of nationwide protest, SARS was dissolved and replaced with SWAT and others of President Muhammadu Buhari, though protests have continued days after it was disbanded. The protest has not only led to lives lost, injuries, but destruction recorded has been enormous. Earlier today, the High Court in Lagos was set ablaze after being looted by vandals, amongst other happenings, amid a curfew imposed by the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
The protest in Nigeria has been condemned with strong terms by international bodies like African Union, ECOWAS, and recently Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland, calling for prompt and impartial investigations as she holds the right to peaceful demonstration and freedom of assembly and constitutional protected rights should be respected by all and at all times. And as such, perpetrators of violence she terms cowardly acts must be held accountable in accordance with the law.
With that report from out of the country, we end this edition of Prime News on My Major Prime. Thanks for being a part. The news was produced by Ewane Eli Nolinga, coordinated by Faith Tata Berinyo. My name is Genda Pelge Blanche King. Until we meet again tomorrow at 6:30 Cameroon time, stay tuned to My Major Prime at 7 p.m. Kumluna will be here to talk about issues about Cameroon, the world, and Africa. Stay tuned to My Major Prime for more interesting programs. God bless Cameroon. Good night.